Today I feel Qatari. Today I feel Arab. Today I feel African. Today I feel gay. Today I feel disabled. Today I feel a migrant worker. We are told many, many lessons from some Europeans, from the Western world. I think for what we Europeans have been doing in the last 3,000 years around the world, we should be apologizing for the next 3,000 years before starting to give moral lessons. How many of these European or Western business companies who earn millions and millions from Qatar or other countries in the region, billions every year, how many of them have addressed migrant workers' rights with the authorities? I have the answer to you. None of them.
The irony there, Simon, was it was his organisation who just a matter of days before had said, let's stick to football, the accent's on football. And yet he departed from his own script at the weekend. And there was a lot of talk around that over here, wasn't there?
Yeah, I hear that he's been out here for a year, living out here for a year. I think maybe some people have got in his ear and he's got a certain view based upon what he now thinks his view should be. Look, I mean, the FIFA as an organisation, you know, they're either incompetent, full stop, or there's something more sinister about them, and I think it's something more sinister. He's cut from the same cloth. I think this is an organisation that should have has an NFP mentality, a not-for-profit position, yet has $2.7 billion in the bank. I think that our football is being hijacked by a Swiss environment that gives me great concern, and Infantino's lack of discipline and lack of ability to behave like a football administrator rather than a moral arbitrator that seemed to have some investment in the argument he was making, I thought was absolutely preposterous. On one hand, he talks about not addressing these issues, then he's involving himself with using football as some sort of armistice mentality in the Ukraine, and now he's talking about the reality of how the world is seen through his eyes, you know, in terms of, I am a black man, I mean, it's just bloody ridiculous.
I know you were shaking your head, Graeme, when you were listening to some of that.
He obviously spent too much time in the sun. I think Infantino is criticising the Western world, and we're responsible for all the ills outside the Western world. If you go through the list of sponsors that FIFA uses, major sponsors, their history isn't so great. They'll have factories and facilities in the developing world, paying the very basic wages they possibly can get away with. So they're far from perfect. I wouldn't give him a time of day. I think, as I said, where it started, he's had too much time in the sun.
And Mark, we're going to get back to football.
You have to look at the reasons why they're saying things. What FIFA has become. Who put these people in charge of a World Cup? Who decided that FIFA worked? Because it used to be the Jules Rimet Trophy. Who decided that FIFA had control? They drop into a country like the Vatican State, determining how things will operate, what they will operate. They're exceeding their remit. It's something very sinister about the way that entity operates. And it makes me very uncomfortable.
Nonetheless, it is the FIFA World Cup, and it is here in Doha, Qatar, and we're here with it.